Now, another MTG Casual Commander.
Hey everybody, it is Earl with another MTG Casual Commander unboxing, and today we have a March of the Machines bundle, and we're gonna crack right into it. Now I know that there were some discrepancies about what's going on with these bundles. Some of the bundles got double list cards, and that means that some of the bundles didn't get any, which sucks for those guys. But a lot of times those list cards are not that amazing anyway. They do have some cool ones in this time around, but I'm more interested in the box and the die. You know it. So let's see what this die looks like this time. All right. It looks a lot like the last one from Phyrexia All Will Be One. Inside of these set booster boxes, we're going to have a pack of lands. We're going to get a pack of foily lands with a Galta on the top. Galta and Mavrin. That is a dinosaur vampire with trample. Whenever you attack, choose one. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature with trample, where X is the greatest power among attacking creatures. Or create X11 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. That is pretty sassy. I'll go ahead and put him right there. We're really interested in what's in the rest of this here. So we got a bunch of March of the Machines packs. Now at this point, if you'd like to watch a quickie to find out the names of all these cards, just go ahead and hop on our quickie playlist, and you can see all the sets in these cards. I'm going to spin through the commons and uncommons with this, just to keep it. We value your time, you know? All right, we got that foil planes. Those things look pretty cool. And we're gonna keep going. We're just gonna... All right, the last pack we got was backwards. So in these, they're all the right way. And let's see, our first rare is going to be Elspeth's Talent, Enchant Planeswalker. Enchant Planeswalker has go up one, create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Whenever you activate a loyalty ability of Enchanted Planeswalker, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. And with some of those abilities that came out in the last few sets that let you activate abilities of Planeswalkers multiple times in a turn, that could get pretty nasty. It's pretty cool. We got a Dyna Soul Steeper. Another rare here, Invasion of Gobakhan. Now this is a battle siege. As the siege enters, choose an opponent to protect it, and you and the others can attack it. When it is defeated, exile it and then cast it transformed. Now when this one enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's land. You may exile a non-land or at hand, and you may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. And then when it's defeated, it's going to flip into a Light Shield Array. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn. That's pretty cool. Maybe that would be something to go in the Atraxa deck. And we got a Yorion Sky Nomad. That's actually really cool art. It is a bird serpent with companion. Your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size, so this is not going to work in EDH as a companion. You could still use it as your commander or anything else. When Yorion enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So that is pretty cool. Definitely not a companion for Commander. And for the fourth rare in the pack, we have a list card, Helm of the Host. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except that token isn't legendary. If equipped creature is legendary, that token gains haste. That's awesome. That's a great list pull. That will have a place in one of my decks. I guarantee it. You can't have enough Helm of the Hosts in your decks. Okay, we got some kind of Kamigawa Rat Ninja going on here. Nezumi Informant. All right. Again, we're going to quick roll through all these commons. If you want to see people reading those or letting you know about them, well, it's real easy. You just get on our playlist and go to our quickie pack openings, and that's what we do over there. All right, we got Invasion of Moog, Daxos, Blessed by the Sun, and we got a Ragavan Nimble Pilferer. When Ragavan Nimble Pilferer deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token and exile the top card of that player's library until the end of turn. You may cast that card. And he has Dash. That is an ability we have not covered yet in our classes, but if you want to know more about these abilities, go to our playlist that says classes, and that will teach you the abilities. That's a really cool pull, a really good pull. We got a Rampaging Raptor, Trample Haste. Pay 2 and a red. Rampaging Raptor gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever Rampaging Raptor deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle that player protects. Okay, another Dino. Got a foil Stasis Field there. That looks pretty sweet. And another list card, an Archaeomancer's Map. When Archaeomancer's Map enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic plains cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player controls more lands than you, you may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. Very, very helpful in a white deck. White doesn't have all of the mana ramp that a regular, like let's say a green deck would have. So that is a helpful card to have. We're going to move right on to the next pack. Again, I know they have pull tabs on here, but I just do not have luck with those. And these packs were a little tricky this time with that extra plastic layer on the inside. All right, what do we got there? A Joyful Storm Sculptor. She does look pretty joyful. We got Rugged Highlands, Inspired Charge, Moment of Truth, Unsealed Necropolis, Botanical Brawler, Scrappy Bruiser, Kenra's Spell Spear. We got Invasion of Kylem, an Invasion of Ragatha. Bunch of planes we haven't been to yet. Maybe it's the future of Magic the Gathering. Wrath, Weatherlight Stalwart. We got an Archangel Elspeth, borderless. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink for +1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types and gains flying. That's awesome. And -6, return all non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Holy cow. She is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great pull. Invasion of Eldraine. And I do believe we got that good list box. Mishra's Self-Replicator. Whenever you cast a historic spell, you may pay 1. If you do, create a copy that's a token of Mishra's Self-Replicator. That's a cool card for combos and stuff like that. We don't do a whole lot of that on here, but once again, 3 packs down and 3 list cards that were all pretty sweet, rare list cards. I think we're doing pretty good. I don't think we got the no list card bundle. I think we got the one with extra list cards in it, which is okay. I'll take it. All right. We We got a Sierra Faith Keeper there. Sierra Faith Keeper signed. Pretty cool for the art card. Let's go right down the row here. Lots of uncommons in here, but then they mix in the commons right with them. All right, we got a Sidar Jabari of Zalfir. This is an Esper commander, a human knight, and is actually pretty cool. It has eminence. Whenever you attack with one or more knights, if Sidar Jabari of Zalfir is in the command zone or on the battlefield, draw a card and discard a card. It's got flying and first strike. Whenever Sidar Jabari deals combat damage to a player, return target knight creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. He is pretty freaking nice. And that's a good mythic pull out of that. We got an Emery, Lurker of Block. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. When Emery, Lurker of the Lock enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. And then you can tap to choose target artifact card in your graveyard, and you may cast that card this turn. Emery is actually a really cool card to get out of there. Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths, a human advisor with menace. When Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths, enters the battlefield, target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of your library and separates them face down into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put 1 pile in your hand and the other in your graveyard. Little blue-black magic guy right there. He's kind of cool. Holy cow, the amount of rares in these packs. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this. Invasion of Fiora. When Invasion of Fiora enters the battlefield, choose one or both destroy all legendary creatures or destroy all non-legendary creatures. That's already my kind of card. But then when this siege is defeated, it turns into Marchesa, Resolute Monarch. And this is Menace Death Touch. Whenever Marchesa Resolute Monarch attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent. So Planeswalker Killer on attack. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Probably also a Siege Killer right on the attack. That's really cool. It's been like 3-4 rare packs in here. Holy cow. And we got one without a list card in it. So not every pack has the lists. Even if you get the good ones with list cards, they're not going to have all list cards in all the packs, like people would have had you believe a couple of days ago. We got here a Collective Nightmare. Ooh. Not a big fan of that art. I don't know what's going on. But, start off with a mountain, and like I said, we're just gonna go right through these suckers real fast. I do see some pretty cool commons and uncommons in here as I'm pulling through. We got a Renata, Called to the Hunt, a reprinted uncommon, but everybody should know what she does by now. A Fairy Mastermind, Flash Flying. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. And then you can pay 4, and each player draws a card. So then you get to draw a card for each of those players. Pretty cool little extra draw card for 2. I like that guy. He's cool. And a second Renata, Called to the Hunt. This one is foil. Again, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't have much to say. And a Soul of New Phyrexia. There we go. There we go. I just traded my Soul of New Phyrexia to Tom for, with a couple other cards for a foil Mondrock. But I have another one now. Trample. You can pay 5 permanents you control, gain indestructible until the end of turn. Exile Soul of New Phyrexia from your graveyard, and permanents you control gain indestructible till the end of turn. He's a 6/6 for 6 with Trample. It's pretty good. I do like that card. And let's get down to it. We got 3 more packs to go. I'm pretty impressed and happy with what we've gotten out of here so far. That Elspeth is really a cool card. No sword yet, no mommy yet. No Shieldred yet, but that's okay. It's okay, that thing looks so weird. You just can't win every time. Got a Kite Sail, Fertilid's Favor, Mirror Shield Hoplite, Oracle of Tragedy, Aetherblade Agent. Let's get into the uncommons. The Invasion of Kylem. Another Renata Called to the Hunt. 3 of them in 2 packs. We got a Dejero and Hazaret as our rare. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, Dejuru and Hazaret has Vigilance and Haste. When Dejuru and Hazaret attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And until end of turn, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. That could get pretty dirty, depending on what your opponents have in their decks. A Corrupted Conviction. And a list card, Thundering Spark Mage. We've seen that guy before. Actually, all of those list cards you have seen before in previous sets. So let's go ahead. 2 packs left. We got some kind of invasion card, it looks like. Let's see. Invasion of Pyrulia. Oh, they are just making new planes up by the day. All of these invasion cards. Swamp, an Ichor Shade, Angelic Intervention, Omen Hawker, Halo Forger, Not Bold Hermit, another one Gotha. We got a Timuret, Chosen from Death. His toughness is equal to your devotion to black. And then pay 1 and a black and exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way. And that is also just an uncommon, but we got an Obosh, the Prey Piercer. Your starting deck contains only cards with odd mana values and land cards for this to be your companion. But then second ability, if a source you control with an odd mana value would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to the permanent or player instead. I can see Obosh going into some pretty crazy decks here. And doing some pretty crazy things. We'll see how it pans out, but this is one of those cards that it might not look like much for face value, but once you get it interacting with those odd cost spells, you're going to have some damage flying around. We got an Invasion of Alara. When Invasion of Alara enters the battlefield, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile 2 non-land cards with a mana value 4 or less. You may cast one of those cards, 2 cards, without paying its mana cost. Put 1 of them in your hand and put the other cards exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. When that thing goes away with 7, you're going to get Awaken the Maelstrom. It is all colors. Target player draws 2 cards. You may put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield, create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control, and destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Totally worth it, and it's 5 colors. That is my kind of card. And we're going to end this pack with a Shanna Sisay's Legacy and a list rare dig up. That is one of those cleave cards. Again, if you want to learn those abilities, go to the MTG Casual Commander Classes playlist, where we have all of those abilities for you. You can search your library for a basic land card and reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. When you pay the cleave cost, you get rid of the cost in the words in the brackets. So you would search your library for a card. You don't have to reveal it, and then you just put it in your hand and shuffle if you pay that cleave cost for it. That's actually kind of cool. I think I would use that. I would pay the cleave cost so nobody knows what I'm grabbing and nobody knows what I'm putting in my hand. And then last pack for this bundle, we got to get something good. I mean, we've gotten some good cards in here, but that That Elspeth is really, I think, the big pull. We got a Ragavand art card. And Blood fell. I guess the Ragavand wasn't a very bad pull either, so I will add him to a deck as well. Kami of Whispered Hope, Storm the Seed Core, Bonded Herd Beast, Izumi Freewheeler. That is a dumb looking card with a dumb looking name. Sorry to the artist that did that. Arthur, I'm sorry, man. That card looks dumb. Invasion of Ugratha. We have Egger, the Freezing Flame. Breach the Multiverse. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards into the battlefield under your control, then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a cool card, actually. I could see it being followed up right with Elshnorn Board Wipe Mommy, but we will see about that. We got an Inspired Charge, and oh, another list card, another list, Sword, War, and Peace. So I definitely feel like I got the good list bundle on this. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and from white. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of War and Peace deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in their hand, and you gain 1 life for each card in your hand. And equip 2. Again, these swords are so cool. I feel like the new one that came in this set is a little bit underpowered, but to pull any sword anytime is always a treat. And this one came from Double Masters, so that was the Double Masters list. All right, guys. So all in all, I think that this was an okay bundle. I do believe that I got more list cards than some people are going to get in here. I don't feel like it was all list cards, or I don't feel like it was double list cards, but out of 8 packs, we got what, 7 list cards, and the majority of those were rares. So I would say that is actually a really good ratio, and we didn't get screwed on those list cards for this bundle. But that's kind of what you end up with in a bundle, is a stack of cards and a box that you can use and a die. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, concerns, anything like that, just feel free to reach out to us and let us know. Otherwise, we would love to see you like, subscribe, share this content, and we will see you on the very next MTG Casual Commander unboxing.
Trample that like button. And if you dare, comment below. And may the magic continue.